Hey everyone, welcome in. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to really just build an online business. But the first thing is how to get the idea to actually start it. And there's so many online businesses nowadays and there's so many different ideas out there. How can you hone in on really getting into the online space and really running something? And one of the best things that I learned is more of like the services, okay? So I'm really gonna be talking about how to find a service that you guys can sell so that you can go out there and really start making income right away. What I like about services is, yes, it does take your time, right? Because you gotta put in your time to deliver the service. But it's one of the most lucrative ways, and also it's very, very low startup when starting any type of business. And one of the best business models out there that a lot of people have started, tried, done for a season, and it's always been growing year by year. It's creating a social media marketing agency. But what I'm really going to be talking about, and the thing about that is you can have so many different services. Like I know email marketing agencies, I know agencies that just do paid advertising, I know agencies that just do strictly management, and then there's agencies that go out there, create logos, do web designs. So you could offer so many different services. I love to teach and share on being able to offer a service, and I'll give you guys 3 things on how to hone in and really find a service that you guys should start selling. And like I said, it's the lowest amount when it comes down to being able to launch any type of business, but also the overhead and just the startup fee. Really, it's just developing a skill, learning a new skill, or being able to outsource, they call it drop servicing, outsource a skill and being able to find the person that needs it, and then you have somebody that fulfills it for you that is either outsourced, part of your team, somebody you find that is willing to partner up. However that is, and there's so many things that we can go at this. And I thought about it, I'm like, what do I want to do as far as like sharing on this channel? And I gotta actually share, obviously, all the different business models I've done. I've been teaching a lot of drop shipping the last few years, and what's always stayed consistent though has always been my agency. So here I am back again sharing about services, offers, and agency work. So let's talk about it. 3 things that I want to be able to share with you guys that's going to be able to help you actually hone in on what kind of service to offer. Number 1, okay? And before I get into any of these, I want you guys to really understand that you're gonna need to learn some simple business skills, sales, marketing, right? And sales is just negotiating, being able to say and can pretty much persuade people, right? I don't like to say, a lot of people don't like persuasion, but it's what we need in business, right? If you know that you have an offer, if you have a service that is able to get results for the type of leads that's coming in, or the client that you're sharing or you're pitching, and you're being able to share their offer, if you know you can get them results, or you have a specific, threshold of saying, you know what, I'm able to get you where from point A to point B, then you got to go for it. So simple things. And I think the biggest things is just sales and marketing, and then from there we could talk operations, systems, management, scaling a team. But let's make it simple. Let's say it's just you just starting off and you're looking to really just get started. I'm going to show you guys real quick 3 things on how to be able to evaluate whether the business idea or the business model is something that you should keep running with. Okay, so number 1, what skills do you already know? So think about a skill that you might have, and then we can start building off of that. And make it super simple, okay? I'd say start creating a list and then just start writing it down. Like, what skills do you have? You're good at surfing. You know how to play pool, right? You know how to swim. I know I'm doing stuff, very, very general stuff, but really start writing this down. Get this exercise down. Let's say you're just starting from scratch and you're wondering what type of service you guys can offer. It doesn't have to be a marketing agency. You don't have to help people with branding and marketing, but let's start really diving deep, taking a step back, and writing down everything you're good at. It could be skateboarding. It could be like, hey, I'm good at collecting this. Like what are skills that you have that you're really good at? And then just start jotting those down. Okay, so that's number 1. So think about a skill that you're good at, and then let me just add something there that people would pay you for. What is something that people would pay you for that is a skill that you can offer to the marketplace? You might not get this in the next few seconds, maybe not even in the next few minutes, but as long as you're starting this exercise and you're really writing it down. With me, it was a lot of stuff. I just started off, hey, I'm good at dancing. I like to look at cards and collectibles, okay? And then I'll just go down the list. I'll literally go from like talents, things I've done, and a lot of that doesn't seem like it would be something, especially because I'm just really about marketing, right? That's how I got down to it. Been doing this since 2016, so I've been doing marketing and getting into the online space since 2016. So kind of like honing in on everything I've done. But in dancing, I had leadership qualities. I was a leader. I was a captain. I was a director. So it starts to really stack up, and it really literally allows me to go back and say, oh my gosh, these are the same skills that I'm utilizing in business. So number one is figure out skills that you have, gifts, talents, and start writing those down. Things that you've been into, that you're interested in, that have already been part of your portfolio, experiences, anything that you've done, jot that down and figure that out. That's number one, okay? And then number two, it's kind of going against the grain, and maybe not a lot of people would agree with me, but number two is, what are you passionate about, okay? And here's the thing, I'm not telling you to look at what you're passionate on and then go that route, but figure out what you're passionate about, right? Like, what are you passionate about? Like I said, I was passionate about dancing, okay? I was passionate about looking at other dancers. I was also passionate about learning business. I was really excited about how to learn, grow, and leverage a business. What are things you're passionate about? And I'm not telling you to go full out, but if you can understand things that get you excited, get you passionate, I would start off right there, right then and there. Okay, so number two is, what are you passionate about? And start writing that down. I know this, like I said, this seems like something that you've probably done or something that sounds very, very simple. But what's simple to do is also simple not to do. So if you're really trying to start from ground zero, trying to figure out how to craft an offer, how to build a business online, how to sell and offer a service, this is a very, very powerful exercise, okay? So number two, write down things that you're actually passionate about, all right? Last thing, number three, and this is actually one of the key things that kind of got me, to this next level, to really understand how do I want to live my life. Number three is, what do you research? These are powerful questions. Number three is, what do you research in your off time? Okay, maybe on a Friday night, all the time you watch Netflix and you're doing all these things, but what do you research for fun? Do you research camera equipment? Do you research softwares? I'm a nerd when it comes to marketing. I research different softwares. I research things in the marketing space. I research how to run a Facebook ad from somebody else's perspective. I research a lot of stuff in marketing. So what are things you always research about? Okay, this is really going to start to figure out a lot of who you are and how you can show up in the marketplace. What do you research on your free time? Right? Like, what are things that you're interested in? You could be researching Pokemon cards. I know that's been a big thing. You could be researching on crypto, stocks. What are things that you research? Because this is going to be able to help us really craft and hone in on our offer as we're going out into the marketplace and really, really understanding the power of figuring out what we can do to offer into the marketplace. And I'm telling you guys just really need an offer, right? And when I talk about an offer, I'm talking about what it is that you can sell in the marketplace to allow people to want to pay you. Why would people even pay you? And that's what I was talking about with number one. So number one, just to kind of recap all these, number one is, what is a skill that you have that people would eventually pay you for? Number two, what are you passionate about? What are things that you're passionate about, that you get excited about when it comes down to teaching, learning about, right? And then that's where it goes to number three is, what do you research in your off time? Let's say you just had time to, you had a lot of time. What would you do in that off time? What would you be researching on? I know a lot of people that search camera equipment, right? They look at all different things. They look at laptops. They look at books, okay, in a specific genre, whether it's business or it could be in a different genre, okay? So what do you research? I promise you guys, if you guys can really do this exercise, really dive in deep. I teach a lot of this more at like a high level, and that's kind of like what I do in my masterminds, but I want to give you guys the exact questions I asked them. And then we dive in deeper, and then we start to really craft, we start to utilize and experiment on what's going to work and what's not. Obviously, there's a whole system to it, but hopefully this will give you guys just enough clarity to start making your first 10K months, to start making, your first 100K with this offer. And if you guys take this seriously, I promise you guys will be able to really take it to the next level. And maybe you have a business and you want to build a brand new business and a brand new offer. take these questions, utilize this exercise, and I promise you, you're gonna get one step closer to building the business of your dreams, okay? Nowadays, we can create so much in business. So, hey, you guys be blessed. Thank you guys so much. If you guys enjoyed this stuff, this is a lot of where I'm shifting my channel. So if you guys want, you guys can tap in, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys here in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
I'm so free, I got no chains running through the wall. Heaven got a playlist. I promise that's my favorite placement. Faithful over famous. Yeah, faithful over famous. Tell them I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me.